Hey guys, wanted to show you what is left on these lovely mats that I use. If you can see that, I'm gonna link a description. I'm going to put a link to where you can get one of these lowly Veffy mats for yourself online. The lady that owns the company is a very sweet lady. Here's my other mat, my clean mat, so you can see the name of the company. These are the best mats in the world, and if you buy a this one that I have two of, I believe, are the jumbo mats, and then she also has a mega mat, and that thing is huge. But if you order a jumbo mat or a mega mat, you also get a free scraper, which is good for helping you get off the dried paint after you're done. But I wanted to show you another good thing about this project, or about this as a hobby, is that nothing goes to waste. You pour all this paint, and everybody sees all this paint fall on these mats, and they're like, oh my god, you know, all that wasted paint. But the nice thing is, once you're done painting for the day, you just let your paint dry on these mats, and it literally is just so easy. Let me pick it up from here. It actually has fallen off the table here. And literally you just peel, and these are called skins. And what's nice about these is you can turn these into other things, such as what I've been doing here. These are magnets. So I just took these small glass cabochons you can buy online, little 1-inch round glass discs. And basically, once your skin's dry, you just go around, you find a place that you think looks nice, where you think the paint is interesting, and you use glue. Now, I have discovered that I am not using the right glue. Everybody is using a glue. I'm gonna have to look it up. I think it's called Diamond something, and I have not been using that, and I've learned the hard way that I've got to get that glue. I was using last night, this is what is popular, oops, at Michael's. I mean, Michael's has this everywhere. But this stuff doesn't work real great with paint. What I realized last night, it's very slow to dry. The paint got really gummy. I had to be very careful and make sure everything was dry before trimming. Basically, as you can see here, there is a piece that was on a skin and it has dried. But boy, it is just, even now, I feel like I should probably leave it another day before trying to trim. But once you've got it glued to your piece that you like, you simply take a small pair of scissors. Oops, sorry guys, let me move this stuff so I can do it in front of you. Take a small pair of scissors and you cut. You can go around and trim it a little bit better, just make sure that nothing's sticking out. But once you're done with that, you again take a little drop of glue with one of the magnets that I bought also on Amazon. You glue that on, and boom, instant magnet. Now, beside making magnets out of these, people are also making really pretty pendants. I think, what did I do with those? I had them last night. Where did I put them? Oh, sorry guys. I literally had them last night. Where did I put them? Oh, pendants. I only have 3. Oh, here they are. Alright. So here's one that I was kind of playing around with, but this one's much bigger, so my cabochon doesn't fit. But that's alright, you can buy cabochons that actually do fit this piece. So then again, you take your paint, you push it in there with some glue, and then once I have cabochons that fit, you put the cabochon over. Ooh, my light is so strong. But see, you can see how pretty that paint is in there. Maybe I don't need this on today. Let's try it without it. Well, that's a little dark, but anyway, you can see it just sits in there and then it makes a really pretty pendant. And they've got them in all different colors. There's like a gold one, silver one, and that one's like a antique bronze. So that is what I was gonna work on today until I realized last night that my glue sucks. It just really does. So I'm waiting for the diamond glue to show up in Amazon today. But again, we can do this all because we are using the proper mat, or a good mat, that will allow us to easily pull our paint off. And this one that I'm actually carrying around here, this one was what I poured this on. I've transferred that from here onto here so that I could wash this one, so that when I want to pour again, at least I have one of these mats available to me. And then I was planning on cleaning this one today, but it may not happen. All depends on the glue. Also, I wanted to show you guys one other thing. Because this glue was drying so thick on this mat, I had tried a little experiment, and I'm trying to put a full video because I actually did 3 paintings that day. The one that you guys have seen already that's posted, where I poured the green and the red, or green, the blues and the reds together. And then I did one with just the blues and the green, and then I did one with just the reds and the orange and yellow, and they all turned out beautifully. But this paint was so thick that I decided to try and use my hairdryer to blow it out to see if I would get any really good, maybe like Dutch pour effects or anything. But this ready mix paint does not blow well, at least not for me. Not once it was almost dry, because I want you to see here. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take you off my stand. Alright, so sorry for showing you all my room. If you can see this, this is how awful that turned out. It's very muddy, very one color, very monotone. But when you lift it off the mat, can you guys see? Oops, I am not a YouTuber. Alright, as you can see, when you lift it off the mat, it's got another side to it that's much prettier. Now I will say, I realized my mat wasn't 100% clean from the first time I had used it, because you can kind of see some white in here. But this will give me at least enough to get, 4, 6, nice magnets out of this side of it. And then, of course, you have to be careful with these because they're still kind of stretchy. And then, of course, I've got this piece, which this piece is really pretty, especially down in here. It's got really good marbling stripes. So that was my plan, to turn all this mess into magnets. But I'm going to have to wait now. So I think that's all for now until I get, the ready mix paints that I love so much. I've got my line in the, I have possibly 2 more colors of this coming. Another store out of town, about a good 45 mile drive. I might be able to get my hand on the blue-green and also the violet, which I'm excited about. Purple is my favorite color. So if I can get the purple and the blue-green, I'll have a really nice color selection here. And I found 3 more bottles of the gold. I could not believe it. 3 more bottles of the gold. I used a good quarter of the bottle when I did the last 3 pictures that I did. But the rest of them are just about, God, I mean, it's not hardly any. And I did 3 full pictures using these colors. And so you can see stuff goes a good little while. So I'm really happy. I'll be able to do some really pretty stuff with this. I'm trying to get some people to give me some color suggestions. Because I'll admit, I'm not an artist. I really am not. I just like to craft, and I like to play with stuff. So that's what I'm doing. You know, something new, something different. My eyes are getting worse as I get older, so my counted cross stitch and stuff like that I did, it's just a little harder to do. So I'm just trying something, you know, a little easier, but boy, it's not easy. Who am I kidding? It's not easy. The ready mix stuff is very easy. Trying to do this stuff on my own is not easy. Oh, here's something else that I did on my own that I have not started to varnish yet. This is another video, but it ended up being like 47 minutes of me just pouring these 6 little canvases. So I think I'm going to try and edit that one too. So I turned out with these. And then I turned out with these darker. Now once I put a coat of varnish on these will pop, the color will pop back up. But my color is still very murky and very muddy. I think my paints just are not the right thickness. I think I'm gonna reboot, maybe today, since I don't have the right glue to do the magnets. Go back through everybody's paint pouring videos that has taught me so much online, and go back and look at their ratios and what they're using, and see if I can't come up with something else. Because I don't like how muddy these are turning. It's just... And the cells are very tiny, and I don't know if that has anything to do with the varnish that I'm putting in here. You know, there are some people that use varnish in their mixture, some people that don't. Some people that use glue, some people don't. Some people are using water. Last night I saw a video, who wish I could name who I saw, but she was just adding water to her paint, and that was it, and she still was getting tremendous cells. I'm getting them, but they're so tiny. They're so tiny. This one surprised me, because that had the bigger cells that I was expecting. But it's still so muddy looking, you know? I don't know. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. I am going to reboot and go watch some videos on people's different recipes. Wait for my Amazon to get here with the good glue. And then finish placing my cabochons. I just glue them down, let them dry, peel them up, cut them out, peel them up, cut them out, and attach the magnet until they're all done. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you're just sitting there laughing at me because I have no clue what I'm doing. Anyway, this is fun. I'm having a good time, and as long as I'm having a good time, I'm gonna keep doing it. Bye, guys.